This is game one of Golden Sun against Undisputed. Golden Sun's going to be leading Venusaur, Undisputed is going to be leading Zapdos. Now, most of the time, Venusaur is pretty happy against Zapdos. It wants to get its sleep off early. Zapdos is one of the better targets for doing it on because it can't really directly threaten it that much. So we'll see if Golden Sun wants to get its sleep, Undisputed wants to stay in and maybe just Thunder Waves it as it takes to sleep or switch to something else. Yeah, Golden Sun switches out respecting substitute, which Undisputed actually has. So, yeah, that's cool. Now, Zapdos is behind a sub against T-Tar. Undisputed has the momentum. There's a lot he can do with the substitute. He could bat and pass it to all kinds of different attackers that would just love to be healthy, staring down a T-Tar, ready to break something. He could also just take the damage, hit what's in front of him, you know? That switch wasn't to a Blissey, so maybe Golden Sun seems not too certain against Zapdos. Yeah, Undisputed takes the damage as Golden Sun crunches to break the sub. So taking 42 and having crunch shows that it is just a regular old Pursuit Tar. Now, Undisputed could keep attacking, trying to trade down, but I think he might want to keep Zapdos' health around so he can set up subs on the Venusaur later on, because it looks like that's something that could have some potential this game as being a winning mechanic. So Undisputed might try and switch to something else here, I think. So yeah, there's Bat and Pass into the Dugtrio looking to survive another crunch and trap it. But Golden Sun makes a fantastic play going for Ice Beam. And I really, really love this Ice Beam. Undisputed wasn't expecting it at all. Because he saw this crunch. And this crunch just was, in fact, just a crunch trying to break the sub of whatever came in, expecting a baton pass initially. But I guess Golden Sun might have thought to himself, okay, Zapdos, all the things it could do in the world, and it chooses to just stay in and attack my T-Tar. Why does he want to get T-Tar low? Oh yeah, maybe he wants to bring T-Tar safely into the range of Dugtrio, so I should play around Dugtrio here with an Ice Beam. So yeah, that's a really, really clever play. So Undisputed is a Dug down. Looks like he really wanted to trap T-Tar with Dug, trying to get T-Tar into Dug range with the early Thunderbolt from Zapdos, but it's not going to work. Undisputed follows up with Coon. Could Golden Sun just go back into Venusaur here? It seems pretty safe. See what Undisputed wants to do. Doubles to Zapdos on the Venusaur, threatening sub once again. And we could have another loop where it passes. Yeah, Golden Sun going to T-Tar doesn't look too comfortable. Zapdos makes a really good prediction, actually, and just Thunderbolt straight away. Really putting the pressure on T-Tar, also getting a para, which means T-Tar really won't be able to switch in later. So yeah, Golden Sun just chooses to sack T-Tar off. So despite Undisputed not getting the Dug Trap on T-Tar that he so desperately wanted, you could see how much he wanted it from the fact he was hard dogging. He's got the T-Tar kill anyway because he had to give it up to Zapdos because it was such an awkward position against Zapdos. Zapdos against Venusaur. Venusaur would usually do great against most Zapdos sets, but this sub one, it probably can't break the sub with hidden power if it's a bulky sub Zap. So yeah, he's been forced to do a couple of awkward things against the Zap. Now he goes to Jirachi. Jirachi is pretty safe to Card Mind up, actually, because Dug is dead, and Zapdos, of course, because it has Sub Pass, doesn't have Thunder Wave. So Jirachi could be a little bit dangerous. See how Undisputed wants to answer it. Just actually stays in and Thunderbolts for 42 as Jirachi starts setting up. And it could set up a couple of Calm Minds here. And Jirachi could be quite dangerous. Yep, there's Thunderbolt for 26. Oh no, that's a paralysis. That really, really sucks for Golden Sun. And a full power to follow up. So yeah, that's pretty stinky. Yeah. Undisputed actually just gonna leave Zapdos in. Really doesn't want to mess around with Jirachi. Just take the damage where he can and then follow up to kill it afterwards. And Ice Punch crits for Golden Sun, so at least he gets that back. That's a little consolation, because Ice Punch at +1 uh, probably doesn't kill most Zapdos spreads from most Jirachi spreads. Now, without a crit, it still would have brought Zapdos low enough that it can't sub anymore. At that point, Venusaur is okay against it. So crit doesn't really matter that much in the grand old scheme of things, but I guess low Zapdos could still be firing off some attacks, but it would probably still be walled by Venusaur because it's probably HP Grass opposed to HP Ice. Anyway, Undisputed follows up with Kingdra, which makes sense with the Hellbent on Dug Trapping T-Tar having like a weather change mon. Kills Jirachi, and Golden Sun can follow up with Venusaur now, and he gets to sleep something, which is nice. Yeah, he's faster, so he could sleep the Kingdra. Yeah. Undisputed, Kingdra gets slept. Now Venusaur could Leech Seed, maybe switch to something else if he has some way of exploiting a sleeping Kingdra really well. And okay, he's just staying in the Leech Seeding. Oh, that's a really, really quick wake up, and Kingdra gets to Rain Dance. Boom, that's Sand gone for the rest of the game. So if you needed your Sand Golden Sun, that really sucks for you, especially because not having Sand really helps Kuhn out a lot to calm mind a lot more safely, a lot more comfortably. Anyway, Gengar takes a sleep. Venusaur still just staying in the Leech Seeding because it's not being directly threatened. Yep, Gengar's just still chilling in there. Of course, Dead Pursuit Tar. Can't trap Gengar. Very relaxed. Undisputed goes to Lax. Yeah, that aligns up again with the idea of weather change. Weather change, Snorlax can really absolutely smash face. Yeah, Venusaur stays into Leech Seeds. Snorlax body slams and gets an immediate power, which is really nice for Undisputed. Paralysis on Venusaur, very, very valuable. Yeah, because now Kuhn's faster than it, Kingdra's faster than it. Yeah, so Pert is shown. Kingdra's actually just hidden power grassing straight away, looking to catch Swampert, just trying to stay in an Earthquake for damage desperately. Kuhn also just covers Rain Dance in general. It's probably one that Kuhn is a pretty good Kingdra switch in, realistically speaking. But that crit does suck because it's going to force Kuhn to rest quite early on, which Undisputed can exploit by bringing in Lax. And Lax looks really dangerous. T-Tar's dead. Jirachi, the other normal resist, is dead. Lax could be in a great spot. Okay, there's Swampert, and it gets paralyzed, and it's an Endeavor Pert. So, So Undisputed could go to Kuhn here or go to Kingdra here. I don't think I would leave Lax in, because Lax taking Endeavor could be problematic, especially because Lax is in such a good spot. Lax really, really likes being against the setup, and he'll be able to come in again later on the Sleeping Kuhn. Maybe if it has curse up on the paralyzed Venusaur. And I don't think most lasts here are going to typically be able to do that well against Lax. Last could be maybe, I don't know, Gar from Golden Sun. So yeah, Undisputed should probably go to Kuhn or Kingdra here, one of the two. Oh no, chooses to stay in. Body slam as Swampert gets an Endeavor. I think that's a mistake, letting Lax take damage like that. So Lax is going to get its kill, but at what cost? It's down to very little HP. And now Zard can come in. I still think Undisputed should conserve Lax. He's got two super, super healthy, very, very comfortable fire resists, and Lax could come in on Sleeping Kuhn, could come in on Paralyzed Venusaur, can still do work. I think his life would be much easier if Lax was 100% and he just switched to either Kuhn or Kingdra on the Endeavor. I think Kingdra is pretty respectable there. But yeah, it chooses to conserve, and there's Kuhn again. Has Zard subs, and it's not really going to be able to do very much. Yeah, it's going into these Kuhn surfs. So Golden Sun can still maybe do something with his own Coon. All it's shown so far is rest. And it's still got to get through. Still got to get through a lax, a guard that only has a couple of turns to sleep and could boom on it, could T-bolt if it wakes up early. And of course, Undisputed's Coon could be raw Coon, and it's got to do the whole PP critting war, the super messy Coon on Coon line, which is just pretty horrible, honestly. Yeah, Undisputed going to go to Kingdra, super safe. Takes absolutely nothing from hidden power. And I mean, Kingdra's in a pretty great spot if it can pressurize Coon. Yeah, Hydros for not very much. Yeah, hidden power grass, bringing the Coon down. It's going to have to roll Calm Mind here on a sleep talk. Oh, it does, yeah. So Golden Sun is it's a good job he has sleep talk, and it's the Calm Mind there because it could have been game over basically if it wasn't. Yeah, gonna keep doing this, and I think he's gonna try and force a rest, and then after it rests, get the lax in somehow, and just try and find an attack. Yeah, so lax trying to get it on rest, but Golden Sun doesn't want any of that. It gets it with a surf. As Undisputed goes to Gar, which is threatening to wake up, threatening to explode. I mean, Undisputed's Coon is still in just like a fantastic position. I still got a Venusaur to muscle pass, but there's not many Leech Seed PPs left. And Kingdra can still chunk through and stuff. So yeah, Gengar sleeps another turn as Coon actually just heals itself up. Yeah, Undisputed goes to his own Coon. At this point, wants to keep Gar around for later to get a better wake up. And if you can force Coon back out, then Gar against unboosted Coon could be threatening it with T-bolts pretty well. I mean, of course, Undisputed still has this Coon, which is super safe against the other Coon, which is like just defensive old school Crow Coon. And yeah, Undisputed is not too in danger. I mean, if this is raw Coon here, he's really safe. In fact, yeah. So it's just setting up, and I think yeah. I don't know if this is this Calm Mind War is actually something that the Golden Sun wants to take, because of course if they keep on staring each other down, Undisputed sets a few more Calm Minds and then does have Raw, Golden Sun is absolutely done for, so he should maybe just go to Venusaur while he's still got a Venusaur there. Yeah, Coon gets another Calm Mind. Yeah, it does go to Venusaur. Coon Ice Beams, but Venusaur lives and gets a Leech Seed. So it's going to get to recover itself up a bit and then bring back Coon in, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so Gara's in, slept 3 turns, and Gara's in a great spot, actually. It can wake up, kill Vice Punch, and then Coon, because of the way Advanced Sleep Talk works, still has to sleep 2 more turns, despite the fact that it's been asleep for 2 turns with rest, because Sleep Talk isn't resetting sleep turns on the Switch. So if Gar wakes up, then Golden Sun looks pretty close to done. Gar's threatening with T-Bot immediately, and of course, if Venusaur dies, then there's still just Undisputed's Coon, which is a whole other thing. And at very worst, it's going to be a Coon War, which I think Undisputed is not too uncomfortable with. We're seeing if he can do some more though. Okay, he actually decides to go to Kingdra. Um, Maybe I guess Gar can't kill Venusaur. That's what's going on. Maybe seeing that Venusaur's super special defensive from what Kuhn did with Ice Beam at +2, and Gar's maybe not very specially attacking, so can't kill it. And doesn't want to take sleep again. Put Gengar onto more sleep turns. Wants to find a better place to wake up Gengar later on. I mean, of course, Venusaur's not really threatening, like realistically. Not many Leech Seeds left. Its attacking moves aren't going to do any damage to anything. So he can kind of sit there. So yeah, this is fine. He can just wait for a full power, then go for this Ice Beam again. Of course, Kingdra's fine against Kuhn. That has a couple of turns to sleep because it's got HP Grass. It's pressuring it. And I mean, there's a Kuhner's contingency as well. So Undisputed is in pretty fine shape. Zard's doing nothing. Venusaur's doing nothing. Yeah, I guess Garin on Kuhn. I think he'll try and wake it up here. Yeah. Wakes up, gets a Thunderbolt for 39. And Kuhn is just gonna burn a turn of sleep here instead of trying to talk. Okay, yeah, brings him Venusaur again. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I see why on turn 36 that happened. At this point, yeah, Gengar doesn't actually have Ice Punch or Fire Punch, as neither of the above that can actually kill Venusaur. But that still doesn't really matter because Kingdra will do just fine against Venusaur, and Venusaur is low on Leech Seeds, low on Giga Drains, and as long as he lets Kingdra take the sleep, he's not going to be able to touch Kuhn. So Undisputed is pretty okay. I guess Golden Sun's Kuhn could do something, but it's a very uphill battle. Yeah, Charizard, really not the one for this matchup at all. This is not the matchup you want to be Charizard into. Yeah, there's these turns. And it's just going to come down to really, is Golden Sun's Kuhn going to be able to do anything? Which I don't know, it's not very favoured to. The odds are stacked against it. It's used, actually no, it's not gun-minded yet. Well, that's definitely an end to things, as Kingdra gets a crit. Yeah, I mean, Kingdra was pressuring pretty hard anyway. And there's of course a 100% health Gengar, which I think from seeing Dugtrio, you might think, okay, this guy's boom. It might even have Hypnosis to fuck with Suicune's sleep turns a bit. Could even, yeah. So there's still a lot of things Undisputed could have done. That crit is not the be-all and end-all. So yeah, that's going to be that, really. Yeah, it was a good game. Undisputed's team is really, really nice. It's got that fantastic synergy of Dugtrio, Rain Dance Kingdra, and then Kuhn, which just loves Kuhn and Lax, which just love not having sand to deal with, and of course it's got sub Baton Pass Zapdos to really facilitate Dugtrio stuff safely. And a lot of what Golden Sun did was predicated on him having T-Tar. Zard needs the sand to make this damage stick to the waters. Endeavor Swamp, it needs the sand to do well. I think the game might have been a lot easier for Undisputed if he'd actually managed to keep Lax healthy, because Lax just looked fantastic when T-Tar and Rachi were dead. But he was pretty okay. And his Kuhn, we didn't even get to see it put in the amount of work it could have put in. It was just sitting there. Undisputed was just waiting with it in the back. So yeah, it's a good game. We'll see what comes of game two.